What's going on, everybody? This is Gary from Killer Off-Road Hobbies, bringing you another first look video. And right now I'm going to give a huge shout out to Gearbest. They actually sent me this thing to review for them, and man, from the time they emailed me till the time I got this truck was like that. I mean, just crazy fast. Thank you so much, Gearbest, for giving me this opportunity. They did send me 2 vehicles to review for you guys, so look for the second one coming up. And yeah, so let's dive into this thing. This has been highly requested on many channels. I have been asked about this thing several times. And kind of a funny story. I was looking at the DHK Zombie 8E before it became like repopularized by Gearbest and Big and everything. Yeah, I was actually looking at this because there was only like 1 or 2 bash videos on YouTube of this truck, and I was actually gonna pick this thing up, and then it just like exploded out of nowhere and everybody started buying it. So I really wanted to get this truck, but yeah, now it's here. Thank you, Gearbest. All right, so let's get into it. Okay, so as I said, this is the DHK Zombie 8E. This is a 1/8 scale 4-wheel drive truggy, I'm going to call it, because it does have a wing. It is pretty low slung. It's got the flat pan chassis. But let's go over a few things you get with this thing. It comes with a 2030 kV brushless motor. It's 540 size. It comes with a 9 kg steering servo. It comes with a 100 amp waterproof Hobbywing ESC, which the ESC is waterproof, but it does say this thing is only splash proof, so I would be I'd be wary to take this thing through a lot of water. But you probably can run it, you know, after it rains or whatever. You would probably be fine. Don't quote me on that, but it does say splash proof, not waterproof, so just be aware of that fact. It does come with the 2600 milliamp hard case 3S LiPo to get you started. It is 19 inches long, 15.5 inches wide, and 11 inches tall. Whichever one's taller. I think it's taller right here. And it is said to be able to hit 43 miles per hour out of the box, or 70 per hour. 70 sounds better, but it does here in the US, the math comes out to be 43 miles per hour. So setting the truck aside for 1 second, we'll go over the boring stuff. Now, when you get this thing in the box, the tires are not on it, and neither is the wing. All you have to do is pull the wing out of the baggie and put these 2 body clips in it, and then the wing's on. The tires do come off the truck, and the wheel nuts are in this bag, inside the own little bag. So you do have to put the tires on when you get it, but they do give you this handy dandy wheel wrench. There is a little pamphlet in here for the 100 amp ESC to tell you how to turn it on, and it gives you a guide of how to make some changes to it, like punch control and all of that stuff. I'm gonna see if my Hobbywing program card works on it. I'm pretty sure it will. And I did thumb through the owner's manual. It is very detailed, extremely good, thin but good. Has a blow up of the truck, how to put everything together, parts numbers, and all that good stuff. You do get this V3 LiPo charger. It can charge a 2 or 3S LiPo battery, and it says the charge time is about 4 hours. So that's perfect. That gets you going. And then the transmitter is this DHK transmitter. I actually kind of like it. It is pretty big. Looks kind of old school, but I'm a huge fan of the fact that it has throttle dual rate as well as steering dual rate. It has both your trims for your throttle and your steering, and it has your reverse switches and an on and off switch. It runs on 4 AA's, and it seems to be pretty good. I like how open it is, and it does have this nice rubber on the wheel here, but the wheel is not completely round. If you guys see that, it's got that flat spot on the bottom, so it doesn't get in the way of your finger, I guess. Very cool. So now back to the truck. We will take the shell off, and the shell feels pretty good. I've heard good and bad things about these. If you watch Vaz's channel, Aussie RC Playground, you will see that he did jump this thing pretty hard, and the body ended up cracking out on him without him even landing on it. We'll have to see how this holds up, but it feels good, and I know it's an acquired taste, and I say this about almost everything, but I really like the look of this, and that's why, one of the reasons why I was actually going to pick this thing up before it became re-popular or popular for the first time. I'm not sure what. Now, when you pull the shell off, you see a lot of aluminum, and I mean a lot of aluminum. This thing is set up with aluminum, and it's pretty. It's nice and you know, anodized orange. So we'll go over it. Typical thing from the back to the front, and then we'll just kind of, you know, talk about it a little more after that. So starting in the rear, you do have aluminum, anodized aluminum. Shock tower looks to be about 2 or 2.5 mil thick. You do have anodized aluminum shocks. They are threaded bodied, which is very nice. The suspension feels pretty well set up out of the box. You have typical H-arms on the bottom with your camber being adjustable on top with these adjustable camber links. It does have track bars front and rear, which is very nice. Moving forward from that, you have your waterproof 100 amp 3 and 4S capable ESC. You have your 2600 milliamp hard case 3S LiPo. Over here you have your 2030 kV brushless motor. Has this nice heat sink around it that you can bolt a fan to. It does have screw places for a fan. Moving forward from that, you have your 9 kg steering servo, and here's your receiver box on this side. And then moving forward from that, you can see your links for your steering. Your turnbuckles are adjustable, so toe in and toe out will be adjustable. Your basically drag link, I guess you would call it, or whatever, your steering thing is aluminum, anodized aluminum at that. One note I'm going to make before I move any further forward is you should check all of these aluminum parts that screw into metal or whatever, or aluminum. Check all of those, thread lock them. I would make sure all of this stuff has thread lock. Alright, so the front is the same as the rear. Basically, you have adjustable camber with your upper A-arms or upper camber links being adjustable. You do have a typical H-arm on the bottom, and the shocks are the same. The shock tower is the same. Now you do have quite a bit of adjustability for your shocks on this. You have 6 places on the shock tower itself, and you have 2 on the A-arms front and rear. Now the A-arms look to be mirrored front to back, so that's pretty cool. You should be able to just get a set of A-arms and run them on the back. The plastic feels nice. It's flexible, but it does feel nice and sturdy. All of it rides on a flat pan chassis. Like I said, it is anodized aluminum as well. Going to the tires feel nice. I have heard very, very good things about these tires as well. And they are your standard 17mm hexes, so you will be able to put a set of tires on this for pretty much any 1/8 scale. It is a 3-diff setup, front, center, rear. It looks to have a plastic spur gear, and I am not sure what tooth that pinion is, but it's not very big. It looks like maybe a 10 or 12. I will give you a count and put it right here. Now, other than that, I mean, this thing just seems pretty decent, and I think it's going to be a good little truck. If I can get the body back on here. There we go. I do think this is going to be a good truck. I have heard good things about it, but we're going to give her the old Killer Off-Road Hobbies Hardcore Off-Road Bash and get the real story on this thing. Once again, I want to thank Gearbest for sending me this. This is a huge opportunity. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to review this for you guys. Alright everybody, well that's going to wrap up this first look video of the DHK Zombie 8E. Please check out the description. Down there there's a bunch of links. You can get a Killer Off-Road Hobbies t-shirt, coffee mug, hoodie. You can become a Patreon. You can get in on any ongoing or upcoming raffles. And there's a link to Gearbest down there where you can go check out their selection of RC vehicles, and if you feel like it, you can pick one of these up. It's all the same to me, whatever you guys want to do. But until next time, get out there, get an RC, go have some fun, and we'll see you right back here on the next video. This is Gary saying, peace!